My name is Nana Nadal, and this is my Pretend TV show. Today, I will be featuring Green Space, and to tell us about it is their chief soilmate, Rina Papio. Hi, Rina!
Hi, Nana. How are
Wel-
you?
Welcome to my Pretend TV show. Ang cute ng title mo Soilmate.
Yes.
Parang kailangan ko yata yan. Yan ba hinahanap ko? Soilmate.
Di ba?
Pero teka
Well,
lang, before mo ikwento sa akin kung ano yung explanation ng soulmate, ano muna yung green space?
okay. So, green space, basically, we're so in love with our planet that this is our way of helping heal the planet such that we have products and services that will help like households or offices to divert food waste away from the landfill. So I say products and services kasi some would want to or would just do it on their own. So they just get the products to get started, to do it. Or services naman, especially kung mga offices or commercial para we do the composting for them.
Okay,
So ganun yung idea ng green space.
so you do composting.
Yes.
Ano ba yung
So,
composting?
right, composting, para siyang recycling. Parang you have this mga waste na itatapon na, pero inisip natin, how do we make new products out of these things that we throw away? Pero composting specifically for biodegradables. So normally, yan yung mga nabubulok. Di ba, we classify our waste, nabubulok, hindi nabubulok. So yung hindi nabubulok, yun yung parang recyclable ba yan? Or meron tayong tinatawag na residual waste yung tipong hindi siya nare-recycle, hindi siya na-compost, so residual siya, nag-end yun sa landfill. Normally, ganon. Ngayon yung compostable, pag hindi properly segregated, they all go into one bag, tapos pupunta lahat sa landfill. So, when we talk about composting, is kunin natin lahat ng nabubulok na yon, ng biodegradable waste, specifically food waste, and we turn it into soil. So parang magkakaroon ka ng sarili mong gawaan ng lupa.
Okay. Soil factory.
Yes. That's why we call them that part of making the soil at home, a soil factory. Parang, you can search, ano naman, it's not a green space term, pero generally, that's how it's called na. You have your own soil factory.
Okay.
Wherein you make soil. Yes. Ano yan? Legit na term.
Okay. So soil factory at ang mga nasa soil factory ay soilmates, yun ba yun?
Ang soilmates, we coined that term just to identify yung mga tao na one is they want to do composting, or they want to make sure they are part of the solution na hindi sila kasama sa nagtatapon ng food waste nila sa landfill, pero they're doing something about their food waste so that it would become soil. Kasi really, it's either you do it on your own or you ask someone to compost your food waste through us or mga ibang organizations, like merong mga small farms din na I think they accept food waste for composting, mga ganong klase. Basta anything that you can do to make sure na hindi you're part of the solution, hindi ka nagdadala ng waste sa landfill.
Okay, bago tayo lumayo, I just wanna ask, why don't we want to bring our waste to the landfill?
Okay. Well, we're all aware about the climate crisis. Yung landfills natin, isa yan sa mga source ng greenhouse gases na napupunta sa atmosphere. And food waste na napupunta sa ating landfill, malakas mag-generate ng methane gas. And methane is more potent than carbon dioxide. So, more dangerous, ibig sabihin. So, imagine that you have this food waste, bring it to a landfill, methane gas, pollution, you contribute sa pagsira ng planet. Pero the same food waste, i-compose mo, you're making nutrient-rich soil, and you'll help regenerate the planet. So, talagang kailangan mo lang ng ibang perspective dun sa food waste mo. Parang ano ba to? Basura ba talaga to? Or resource to that can destroy or can heal the planet. Imagine, food waste lang yan, pero you can already talk about regeneration of the planet or healing the planet.
Siguro kasi a lot of people are also not aware of this. Na
Mhm.
may ganito and that they can also do it on their own. Diba? Pwede to sa
True.
bahay. Pwede ako maging soilmate in my
Yes.
house. Diba?
Yes. At
I can
saka
do
kasi,
composting.
true. And I think, dahil din sa nakasanayan natin, dahil sanay lang tayo na basta ipunin sa bahay, ipunin natin sa plastic bag yung basura natin, and then hintayin natin yung garbage truck na umikot, pipick upin, and then out of sight, sabi natin ba? Out of sight, out of mind. So parang dahil na kuha na from our household, nagsistop na parang, okay na, wala na akong basura.
Hindi na
Pero
ako
saan siya,
apektado.
saan siya napupunta? Kaya maganda yung mga cities na ang ganda na ng program nila na pag hindi segregated yan, hindi namin kukunin. So, kukunin lang nila pag segregated. Which again, pag kinuha nila yung on the day of the biodegradables, pinick up nila yung biodegradable waste, saan nila dinala? Sa landfill pa rin.
Doon pa rin.
so dun pa rin. And marami nang nagtuturo or marami ng mga activities, events, learning materials about proper segregation. Pero common din na naririnig namin sa mga soilmates natin, no, na sometimes yun yung key that they get frustrated kasi super they're into their segregation. Okay, segregation levels, ang dami.
Career.
Yes, career talaga. Tapos pagdating ni truck, pinagsama-sama ulit sa truck yung segregate. So, kind of funny, pero it still happens. Kaya, one step much better na yung mga nagsasegregate closer to the goal, pero pa rin saan pupunta? So, ito, what we're doing now is if you're not yet segregating, okay, sige, let's learn about segregation. And then the next thing is, so saan napupunta yung sinegregate mo?
Okay.
Make sure that it goes to a composting facility, hindi to the landfill pa rin. Kasi ganun pa rin, yung sinegregate nga natin, sa landfill pa rin nagpunta. So,
and then you can have your own composting facility in your home. Diba?
Yes, you can have one at your home.
So, paano ba yun?
Oo. So, what we're teaching, maraming ways na mag-compost. What we're teaching is bokashi composting.
Bokashi.
Bokashi composting. So, bokashi, it's a Japanese term. Ang ibig sabihin niya is fermented organic matter. So, ang key around the bokashi composting is fermentation. Parang pag gumagawa ka ng kimchi, ng achara, there's fermentation, di ba? So, imagine ngayon, pati food waste, i-ferment na natin. The reason, so talking about the other composting, so maraming method. Traditionally, basta naman i-bury mo ang food waste or biodegradable waste sa lupa, ma-decompose naman talaga siya. Pero, it would take so much time, like 6 months or even more. Kung wala kang space sa bahay mo, you can't put your waste in one spot and wait 6 months to a year bago siya makompose and magamit mo ulit. Pero in bigger spaces, bigger farms, they do that. And that's okay. Pwede din mo mag-vermicomposting, yung you have worms. Yeah, so that's one. And actually maganda ang result yung result na lupa, yung napoproduce na lupa, yung vermicast ng mga worms. Ano din yun, magandang klase din yun. So, ang next question is, ano na lang yung mag-fit sa'yo? Kasi meron namang tao na ayaw nila ng worms. So, ikaw ba gusto mo?
Hindi ko nga parang teka lang, hindi ko alam kung okay lang sa akin na may mga worms ako.
So, you'll have to find something na mag-fit sa'yo. So, with bokashi, the reason na nag-focus kami sa bokashi na walang worm, and you just need a bucket where you will collect your food waste and mix the bokashi in there. So, sabi natin, bokashi is fermentation. When we ferment, we need microbes. So, meron siyang, naglalaman siya ng beneficial na mga mikrobyo. Scary dahil ngayon meron tayong kinatatakutan na mikrobyo, actually na virus. Pero, yung idea din ng there are good and bad microbes eh. So, if we know how to harness the power of the good microbes, sobrang beneficial for us. So, it's like drinking that small bottle of milk para okay ang tiyan. So,
Ah,
di ba, we know na puno siya ng live beneficial microorganisms. So, we drink it para healthier ang ating gut. So, di ba, kaya nga sabi natin, okay ka ba tiyan? So, that same group of beneficial microorganisms, yun yung ginagamit natin to ferment our food waste. So, while we're fermenting it, it's allowing us to collect food waste kahit na abutin ka ng 1 week, 2 weeks, or even a month bago mapuno yung bucket mo, you're
okay.
not worried na babaho siya, na magkakaipis siya,
Sige,
ganun.
teka lang. So, kung magko-compost ako, and if I only have a small space, wala akong garden, you can help me, no, in green space. You have the
Yeah.
materials. You said you have a bucket, so kailangan ko ng bucket. Any bucket, kahit anong balde? Or you have
Um,
a
yeah.
specific?
Well, actually, you can use any bucket. Ang importante lang sa bucket na hanapin mo ay masikip yung takip niya. Dahil we need the process to be anaerobic, meaning walang air sa loob ng bucket. So as long as makakahanap ka ng bucket with a tight cover, so sealed siya, that's good. So kung wala naman and you want to buy, we have prepared buckets. Meron kaming buckets. We're working closely with we have a partner supplier na sa kanila namin pinapagawa yung buckets. And I can show you.
Okay.
Ito
Yan.
siya.
So,
So, you
how big
this
is that
also
bucket?
see
Parang malaking-malaki.
20 liter siya. So, same, more or less same siya ng yung mga paint buckets.
Okay.
So, and then ito yung
May
cover niya.
cover.
For us, one reason then na we're working closely with our partner supplier, which is Sentinel Upcycling, kasi itong cover natin, yan. So, itong cover kasi, ginawa nila na tight siya, pero easy open siya.
Okay.
And made from 100% recycled or upcycled plastic bags.
Nice.
Kaya, working with them na hopefully, continue naman yung pag-develop nila ng mga products from upcycled plastic. So, at least with the cover, 100% upcycled na siya. So, you need that bucket para dun mo iipunin yung food waste mo. Pero what's crucial is, kailangan mo yung tinatawag nating bokashi bran.
Okay.
So, bokashi bran, again, sabi natin, no, bokashi is fermented. So, bran is, in Tagalog, that's darak. Pinapakain yan sa mga baboy.
Okay.
And nakukuha natin to sa mga rice mills. And dahil marami naman tayong rice meal dito, easy access yung rice bran. So, we use the rice bran. Ito yung bokashi bran. If I'm going to show you what's inside.
Yan, okay.
Ganyan siya. So, you need this. Nandito yung ating beneficial microbes.
Okay.
So, nandiyan yung ating beneficial microbes na ihahalo natin to sa kinokolekta nating food waste sa bucket. Ang mangyayari, parang ine-expose natin yung food waste dun sa mga mikrobyo na nandito sa
So, yun lang kailangan ko. Kailangan ko lang nung bucket at kailangan ko lang nung bokashi. That's it.
That's it.
Okay. And these are available from your, from Green Space?
Yes, from Green Space. You can visit the page and makita nyo doon yung products that we have. Meron na kaming
bucket?
Meron kaming tinatawag na starter pack. Okay. Starter pack means you have 2 buckets and 1 jar
of bokashi.
1 jar of bokashi bran. At may kasama na din siyang pang-refill para pag naubusan ka.
Okay.
Kasi your 1 bucket, bakit 2 buckets yung starter pack? The idea is, mapupuno mo yung first bucket mo. Let's say, average na, for a family of 4, it would take them 2 weeks to fill up 1 bucket. Okay. So, 1 bucket, and then makakaubos ka na ng 1 kilogram of bokashi bran. Now, pag napuno na yung first bucket mo, you have to keep it for 2 weeks. Kasi that's when the fermentation process will happen. So, while that fermentation process is happening, you're collecting naman on your second bucket. Yes. Kaya we suggest na when you start, you have to. Ngayon yung iba, they need at least 3, kung 1 week lang, puno na nila yung bucket nila. Kasi let's say, malaki yung size ng family nila, so maraming food waste. So, they need 3 buckets at least para 1 week puno yung first bucket, then move to the next bucket, and then hindi pa fully fermented yung first one, so they need a third bucket. So, ganun. So, you have to look at your volume din. Tapos, in a way, it's kind of an audit then for your household na baka ilang araw pa lang puno na yung bucket niya. So, di ba, you have to call out everyone, bakit ang dami natin
Bakit puno ang
tinatapon?
bucket?
Yes, yes. Which is, so we're not encouraging na mag-food waste tayo para marami kang makompost. Pero, one is instead of throwing it away, compost it. And then second, check mo yung ano nyo, yung food waste nyo. Dahil baka hindi ka aware, ang dami pa lang tinatapon. Yung mga, actually ganun nangyayari, like personal na experience. Ang ayaw na ayaw ko, yung may madidiscover ka sa ref na nakalimutan ng pagkain tapos itatapon mo na. So, di ba, tapos na-realize mo, ang dami pa lang tinatapon dahil lang hindi ka mindful sa pagkain nyo. So, in a way, it will tell you na, ay, ang dami mong food waste. So, you have to watch out how you're preparing things or you're planning your meal and na ang bibilhin mo lang talaga yung kakainin nyo. So, diba, there are a lot of good things out of your composting.
Wait, so magkano yung starter kit na?
Yeah, sorry. Starter is 2,800.
Okay. So 2 buckets and then 1 jar of bokashi bran
and a bag.
A bag. Okay. So now, you were explaining earlier kung paano siya gawin. No, you said you have to put your food waste in the bucket and then cover it with bokashi bran. Diba? Ganon.
There's the idea there is proper layering. Imagine.
So layer. Food waste, bran, food waste, bokashi bran. Oh.
Parang imagine lasagna. Style. Na ayaw mo ng puro, syempre ayaw mo naman puro pasta. Tapos wala kang sauce. Wala kang cheese. So gusto mo, micro-layer. Basta gusto natin is ma-expose natin yung food waste natin dun sa microbio na nandun sa bran. So, a handful of bran is enough for meron kang bowl full of food waste. Ilagay mo doon.
So teka lang. So, how do I do it? Do I put my food waste in the bucket every day? Or kailangan ba isang lagayan lang? Kunwari, iipunin ko muna somewhere else yung mga pagkain. And then, tsaka ko ilalagay sa bucket pag kaya ko nang punuin? Ganun ba yun?
Okay. So, sabi natin, ang tinatry nating mangyari sa bucket natin ay anaerobic fermentation, which is walang air. So, with that idea, ayaw nating bukas tayo ng bukas ng bucket natin. So, hindi yung kumain ka lang ng saging, punta ka na sa bucket mo, tapon mo na yung isang balat mo ng saging. So, tama na, ipunin mo muna siya. So, ang nire-recommend namin for that is, meron kang temporary container, like an ice cream tub. I-repurpose mo yung ice cream tub mo. Lagay mo siya by the sink. And from morning hanggang gabi, all food waste na ma-regenerate mo, lagay mo dun sa tub na yon. Para once a day mo lang bubuksan yung tub mo. So, at the end of the day, yung tub mo, yung bucket mo. At the end of the day, open your bucket, ilagay mo yung laman ng na-collect mo from the tub, and then layer it with your bokashi. Sometimes, konting-konti yung laman ng tub mo. So, ako, ginagawa namin sa bahay, tinatago namin na lang muna sa ref.
Okay.
Which is okay lang yon dahil at least hindi mo muna kailangan buksan yung bucket mo. Tago mo muna sa ref yung yung tub mo na may
so, parang,
pag napuno mo na yung tub, tsaka mo buksan yung bucket mo.
Parang at least good for 1 layer.
One full tub is 1 layer and then 1 handful of bran yung kailangan.
Pero okay lang yun. Kunwari, paano kung it takes me 2 months to fill up the bucket?
Yes, that's okay.
That's okay.
Oh, that's okay. And actually, ang longest na na-encounter ko, shout out to my friend, 1 year.
1 year bago na puno.
1 year bago niya na puno. Which is, one is dahil konti lang talaga yung food waste niya. Pagka nung working, nung prior to the lockdown na lagi siyang nasa labas, Sometimes hindi siya kain sa bahay, so wala actually food waste. But the point is, it took her a year to fill up the bucket. And wala siyang concern about bumaho yung bucket
Ayun
niya
nga.
or nagkaroon ng ipis or anything like that.
Yun ang question ko na hindi ba yung mabaho? Kasi di ba ang basura, pag iniwan mo,
That's
mabaho.
why you need your bokashi brand. So
Okay.
that's what the bokashi brand will do. Kaya
Kung
din,
mabaho, hindi rin siya iipisin, langgam,
yes,
langgam.
ang pest, attracted sila dun sa nabubulok na amoy dun sa mabahong amoy. So dahil wala nung amoy na yon, hindi natin sila ma-attract to our collection. Plus, it's a sealed bucket, so hindi talaga sila ma-attract dyan. And yung mabahong amoy, uh, yun yung magsasabi sa'yo kung enough ba yung brand, bokashi brand na nilalagay mo or hindi. So, parang the moment you open your bucket, kunyari, 2 days bago ka naglagay ulit ng food waste sa bucket mo. So, you open your bucket. So, ang dapat na maaamoy mo is kung ano yung amoy ng bokashi brand, which is fermented, sweet, sour na amoy, dapat ganun yung amoy ng bucket mo. The moment na it would smell like nabubulok na pagkain, and which you know, mabaho yun, di ba? Meaning, kulang yung brand na nilagay mo.
Okay.
So, is there underdose? Yun yung ano natin, may underdose stage yung brand pagka bumabaho yung laman ng bucket mo. Pero, overdose, wala. Pwede mong damihan ng damihan yung lagay mo ng brand dyan. It's just that sayang.
Oo.
Uubos agad yung brand mo.
Hindi naman
Order ka ulit, kami lang masaya, no? Di ba? Pero ikaw, order ka ng order.
It's not toxic, no? Hindi naman siya delikado i-handle.
Yeah, it's not. So, you can actually use your hands to grab a handful and sprinkle it on top. Yung iba, they use a scooper, pero generally, it's safe. The microbes in it are all beneficial microbes and safe.
Nakita ko nga kanina hinawakan mo ano ko nga, na-note ko na, pwede palang hawakan. Teka lang, so yung pag-explain mo, meron kang video no? Makita natin para mas ma-gets nila kung ano yung, paano yung process. Diba?
Sige.
Dali, tingnan natin kung marunong ako mag-share. Yan. So,
makikita nyo tong video na to sa Facebook page namin or also, I think there's a link then for YouTube. So, it's just saying na yung kailangan mo, your bucket and your brand, and of course, your food waste.
So
brand muna. And then, yung paper, kung marami kang paper na tinatapon, you can cut your paper, put it there. The reason is it would help na mag-absorb ng mga excess liquid ng food waste. Kasi ngayon, nilalayer na yung food waste. So, after a layer of food waste, bubudburan ulit yan ng brand ulit. So, you could see a handful lang ulit ng brand. So, you keep on doing the layering until mapuno mo na. So, yun yung sabi natin na some would take 2 weeks, some 1 week. So, hanggang sa mapuno mo siya. Every now and then, yung paper, or actually anything na mag-absorb ng liquid, like if you have old bread na nag-molds na, itatapon mo na, pwede mong ilagay doon. And then, every time you layer, you try to compress yung laman. Yung pinakita niya kanina yung paper, pinipress down niya yung laman para masiksik. So, kasi yung pagsiksik is para din less air and mas marami kang malalagay sa bucket mo. This portion, ito na yung ating soil factory. So, we call it Faye's Soil Factory kasi it's our friend Faye from the composting revolution na yan, master niya yung dami na niyang nagawang soil from her laundry basket na nilayer lang.
Pagkatapos mo ng 2 weeks dun sa bucket, ito na.
Ito na. So, yung collection process sa loob ng bucket mo and fermentation, that's just, ayan, umulit na yung video. So, that's just part 1 or stage 1, phase 1, whatever you might want to call it. Stage 2, pagka nandun ka na sa soil factory mo. Okay. So, another layering activity yon. Kasi yung fermented food waste mo, na 2-week-old fermented food waste mo, ilalayer mo naman this time with soil.
Kahit anong soil?
kahit anong soil, kung meron kang starter soil, yung iba, they do vermicomposting, so they mix it. Like that one kay Faye, meron siya dating, meron siyang, uh, I think meron siyang, what's this, vermicast na, ang vermicast kasi, ano yan eh, buhay na lupa yan eh. So, yun ang inilalayer niya dun sa kanyang fermented food waste. We need the microbes in the soil to finish off the decomposition. Kung wala naman, kung meron kang, siguro yun yung kailangan mong bilhin na starter soil mo. Or kung meron kang mini garden, tapos may mga degraded soil ka na mga old pots na luma na yung soil, isama mo sila doon para mabuhay ulit yung lupa. So the key again is layering of the food waste, fermented food waste, and soil. So you layer it in your container. So like in the video, an old laundry bag lined with a garbage bag.
And then, pagka nilayer mo na yung with the soil, wala na, papabayaan mo na yun, ano?
Papabayaan mo na. Papabayaan talaga. Parang pangit papabayaan mo na. Pero meaning,
kailangan
yes, tingnan, ikutin or whatever. Just, you let the soil microbes do their work. Give it about 4 weeks. Para sa mga soil mates nating experience na, they share na if they're vegan, so their waste are all fruit and vegetable peelings, ang bilis maging soil. Pero pagka may meat, lalo may bones, the bones, it takes a while. So pwedeng after 4 weeks, pag-check mo nung soil factory mo or kung may compost pit ka, you have a garden, marami ka ng soil, pero makikita mo pa rin yung mga pieces ng bones, you just put them back. Pero generally, in 4 weeks time, may ma-harvest ka ng soil from your soil factory or your compost pit.
Pwede nang gamitin yun at taniman.
Pwede nang gamitin. Ang iba din, isa pang way to do it is when you do your layering of food waste and soil, diretso na dun sa intended mo na plant box.
Okay.
So, para after 4 weeks, hindi mo na siya kailangang i-transfer or i-harvest. Magtanim ka na dun mismo sa plant box. So, ganun yung mga ways that you can do it.
And the plants come out healthier, ano? Pagka tinatin dito.
Yes, dahil that's another parang good thing about bokashi composting kasi all the nutrients na nakuha from the biodegradable waste, nakikip natin sa loob ng bucket eh. So, habang bine-break down ng microbes yung biodegradable waste, yung food waste inside the bucket, all the nutrients na napoproduce, all the enzymes, nandun siya sa bucket. So, when we transfer it to the soil factory,
Kasama
yung nandun lahat yung nutrients. So, ang ganda nung klase ng soil na magagawa. And that kind of soil makes all the parang nutrient available for the plants. Kasi hindi naman kinakain ng plants or through the roots yung whatever na nutrient, parang kailangan pa siyang break down ng mikrobyo para maging available siya for the plant. So, ganun yung klase ng soil na meron tayo.
Okay, may question ako. Babalik lang ako dun sa bucket stage. Di ba it will be ready after 2 weeks?
Yes.
So, pag binuksan mo, sure na ba yun? Basta 2 weeks, guaranteed yun, ready na? Or are there things I have to watch out for to see na, okay, hindi pa ready, another 2 days or something? May ganun ba?
No, kasi while you're collecting, nangyayari na naman yon. Habang hindi pa puno, nangyayari na yung breakdown process eh. It's just that give it 2 weeks para, meaning 2 weeks na hindi natin siya bubuksan, so wala tayong i-introduce na air. Pero yung the collection process, like every day, binubuksan natin. So, laging meron pa rin presence ng air. Pero once mapuno na, pero nagbe-breakdown na siya doon sa loob. Pero once we cover it with our lid and leave it for 2 weeks, so doon nangyayari na without air. Kaya 2 weeks is enough.
And then, kanina pinakita dun sa video na may molds, diba?
Yep.
What other things do I expect to see?
Yung white
Natatakot
mold,
ba ako?
well, yung white molds na yon, it actually tells you two things. One is, merong activity yung mikrobyo. So, may nangyayari sa bucket mo. Kaya
Success,
nagkakaroon
di
ng
ba?
molds. So, success. Pero if there's too much of it, ibig sabihin, pag binukas mo, talagang punong-puno na yung bucket mo ng white molds. It's telling you na hindi airtight yung bucket mo. If there's too much air in your bucket, lalong mabilis na nabubuhay yung molds na yon. So, it's telling you na make sure sarado yung bucket mo. Pero as long as it's white molds, kung meron ka dong, you would always have white molds dahil nga, syempre the process of doing it, we open it, so lagi we expose it to air. It's okay. Pero once you see non-white molds, so maraming colors naman, may black, may blue, may green, may iba-ibang color ng molds. Yun ang mga ayaw natin na molds. Ibig sabihin, um, something bad happened, meaning meron tayong na-introduce. It's always a battle of the good and bad microbes. So baka meron tayong nailagay na mas na-outnumber yung bad microbes yung ating, na-contaminate yung ating bucket. So what would you do pag meron nun? Pwede mo pa rin yung i-compost, pero ibig sabihin, ang pinaka-suggestion doon is compost it na lang separate to your healthy or good quality soil. Pero magiging lupa pa rin siya, and i-bury natin siya separately para wag na further makontaminate yung yung batch ng kino-compost natin. Kasi sayang din naman na biglang meron kang nasira na compost.
Oo.
Nilandfill pa rin, di ba?
Pinaghirapan mo yon ilang days, ilang weeks, di ba?
And possible na na you'll experience mga ganong klase. You probably won't get it the first time. Parang ayoko na ang baho nung bucket ko. So just keep on doing it. Mo lang na baka kulang kasi nilalagay ko na bran, and kailangan ko ng dagdagan.
So if they want to get into this, they can buy their materials from Green Space, and they can also ask for your help, di ba? Yeah, you provide assistance, you conduct workshops.
Yes.
Ngayon, online yata ang mga workshops dahil pwedeng mag-gathering. I'm sure ang daming food waste sa mga bahay ngayon because people are at home and people are just eating and cooking, di ba? Oo. And then,
Dahil yung volume of waste na dati nakikita natin outside, wala ngayon dahil na everyone's at home. So, for sure, ang daming nangyari. And you see naman from Facebook, yun ang pinagkakalibangan natin, di ba? Dito sa bahay, kumain at yung iba nag-aaral magluto or talagang kinakarira ng magluto. Actually, I have a friend na sa event siya, and dahil nga tinamaan badly ang industriya ng events. Pero she really cooks very well. Ngayon, kinakareer na niya ang kanyang food. So, we're ordering from her. Di nag-usap kami na, magluluto ka na, marami ka ng food waste. So now, I provide her buckets every time. At tuwing puno na, mare, pick upin mo na tong bucket, puno na. And so now, with her, nag-venture siya, nag-evolve siya muna habang hindi pa gumagalaw ang industriya ng events. Small business muna siya with her food. And at least, wala siyang food waste na tinatapon sa landfill.
So this assistance, you also extend it to corporations, di ba? Big companies.
Yep. I think we can share naman na we've been collecting the food waste of Alveo Corporate Center. So hello to our soilmates from Alveo. They're building in BGC. They have a cafeteria at the 9th floor. So all the food waste na meron from the cafeteria, properly, maganda yung segregation nila, first thing. Even before we collected from them, talagang nagsisegregate na sila. Now, all the food waste goes to doon hindi na bucket kasi maramihan pag-collect na. So we provide them with drums and the bran. So they put everything in the drum, layer pa rin. So kung marami yung na-collect for the day, ila-layer pa rin nila yun sa drum. Kuha sila ng small amount from the big batch, small amount ilagay sa drum, layer with bran, and then food waste. Parang ganun pa layering. Once the drum is full, pipick up na namin from them, provide them with a new drum and replenish their bran. And then we take the full drum and we compost it for them. Kasi syempre sa building nila walang space to do the composting. Pero there's also something that they're trying to explore na aling space kaya na we can also do our own composting para we can have a small garden. Kaya, yun. So for, I think more than, gano'ng katagal na? September last year when we started. So from September, wala na silang tinatapon ng food waste sa landfill. So nabawas na yon sa kinokolekta ng garbage hauler nila.
Right. And part of your service, the service of Green Space is you provide a green space staff, di ba?
Yes.
To help them segregate, to help them, guide them.
To guide them in the proper layering. Kasi every now and then they would ask, ito ba, pwede ba? And tama ba yung ganito karami? So yung staff, at least one of our staff would go to their office. Ang usual na ginagawa namin is 2 months. So the first 2 months, every day papasok doon yung staff. And they would assist and guide how to properly do it. And it's up to them na if they want us to continue after the 2 months or ang gusto namin is maging parang they'll tell us na okay na. So it's very simple naman talaga. It's really more of ayaw na natin ng maraming magkaroon pa ng errors. So, na-confident na sila, okay na, we can do it as kasi meron na silang housekeeping staff. So, our housekeeping staff can continue doing the layering, alam na nila. So, after 2 months, stop nang pumasok yun.
So, to those interested, whether as a retail client or a corporate, or how do you call it, service client, how can they get in touch with Green Space?
Right now, it's through our Facebook page. So it's Green Space Pilipinas. Send us a message there and we will reply na lang to you. And then let's start off.
So that's at Green Space Pilipinas on Facebook.
Yes.
Thank you, Rina. Ang dami kong natutunan today. Pag-iisipan ko yan. Kung ako'y papasok na sa composting.
Diba? 1 year or basta kung konti ang food waste mo, kahit 1 year pa yan, alam na nating hindi ka magkakaproblema sa bucket collection mo.
Kailangan ko na simulang maging soilmate.
Yes!
Thank you so much, Rina Papio of Green.
Thanks!
And thank you so much to all of you who watched today's episode of My Pretend TV show. See you again next time.